Well, let's be blunt. The suggestion has been made that Humza Yousaf has bribed terrorists. At the start of the Israeli military action in Gaza, Humza Yousaf's wife's family were there, and they became trapped within Gaza. They didn't have a means of moving out. And Humza Yousaf decided at this point to make another donation of Scottish taxpayers' money to help the people of Gaza. It was suggested to him by his officials that he make a donation to UNICEF, the United Nations relief agency that is pretty politically neutral. But he turned down that suggestion and decided to make the £250,000 donation to UNRWA instead. And the reason he gave was because he was meeting them the next day. Now, UNRWA has been criticised for many years about its links to Hamas and various unsavoury connections, to the extent that funding to UNRWA has been stopped by United States, Germany, Canada, Italy, United Kingdom, Netherlands, Switzerland, Australia and France just very recently. So a very suspect organisation. So why did Humza Yousaf go out of his way to give Scottish taxpayers cash to UNRWA rather than UNICEF? Well, we've got three questions to ask here, in the light of the fact that Humza Yousaf's wife's family were transported out of Gaza the very next day after he announced this donation to UNRWA. Right, question one. Is there a conflict of interest here? Well, the answer is obviously Humza Yousaf will be extremely motivated or tempted to try and do things in his position as First Minister of Scotland in order to secure the transport of his family out of Gaza. So that would have been a very powerful factor in his decision making, a very powerful temptation, let's put it that way. Right, why did he choose UNRWA instead of UNICEF? Was it because UNRWA are more effective at supplying clean water in the Gaza Strip? Well, that may or may not be true, but the discussion that we've seen between Humza Yousaf and the government officials, that plays no part in it whatsoever. The reason he gave is because I'm meeting them tomorrow, not that they've got better infrastructure in order to supply clean water. That wasn't in the discussion at all. Then the third question, which is a very legitimate question, is did this amount to a bribe to Hamas? In other words, a bribe to terrorists. So how has Humza Yousaf responded to these suggestions? Well, inevitably, he's responded in his routine manner. He said they're an Islamophobic and racist attack on his family. Right, what I said there, was any of it to do with the fact that he's a Muslim? No. Was any of it related to his race? No. Was any of it criticising his family? No. But Humza Yousaf, that's just his go-to response to everything. Islamophobic, racist, an attack on his family. This is absolute nonsense. But his hysterical response hardly damps down speculation in this area, does it? But let's just consider Humza Yousaf's track record for a moment. Humza Yousaf used to be a spokesman for Islamic Relief, the charity that has been declared anti-Semitic over a number of years. People looked at it and had serious concerns about anti-Semitism within it. Humza Yousaf was their spokesman, then he became an MSP. Next thing you know, the Scottish Government is giving £400,000 of taxpayers' cash to Islamic Relief. Humza Yousaf's mum was involved in a charity that helps Muslim women in Glasgow that operates from a single house. And that charity, while Humza Yousaf's mum was a director, that charity was given £300,000 of Scottish taxpayers' cash, allegedly to reduce its carbon footprint. But that's enough for now. Let's explore these issues more fully in my public lecture, which I'm giving Humza Yousaf, Man, Myth and Muslim, Wednesday the 20th of March in Glasgow. Get your tickets below. You don't want to miss this. And I look forward to seeing you there.